Welcome back here to Ball Talk Sports. Today we got our first guest joining the show here. He's joining. He doesn't have a nice camera. He doesn't have a nice microphone, but he's here anyway. He's gonna show up. He might be coming in off of his LG smart refrigerator. We got Luke Beard in the house.
Whoa!
Big Lou, Big Lou.
I'm on mute. Jeez.
All right.
You good? You good?
Up first, I just want to talk about one of the guys who we actually covered last week in our wide receiver rankings video. Unfortunately, Tank Dell has suffered a major injury. What do you think this means for the Texans offense for the rest of the season? I mean, this past week, Nico Collins had 9 receptions for 91 yards, and he scored a touchdown.
No, he had 191. He fucking went crazy. He had 191.
That was a typo on my end. 191 yards, and he scored a touchdown. Does Tank Dell's injury elevate Nico Collins into like a top 10 option the rest of the season? What do you guys think?
All right, I'll take this shit off the dome because I got
dome.
Nico. Wait, what's up?
Off the dome. Let's
Oh yeah, off the dome. Yeah, so I will say this probably does hurt their offense a little because Tank Dell is an explosive piece to their offense. I mean, they were using his little ass all over the field. I mean, what is he, 5'9", 160? But my boy was getting used all over the field.
Soaking wet, 160.
Yeah, soaking wet. Yeah. But dude, he was a dog, dude, man. I mean, he was burning, dude. He was looking like the next fucking big thing. I really hope this fracture that he has isn't something serious that'll keep him out and keep him down for next year, the start of next year. But for Nico's sake, I think it does make him one of the top receivers in the league. Nico's looked really good this year. Stroud looks like Joe Burrow reincarnated, but the black version. I think that Nico is just going to be a dog for the rest of the way. Even what's the tight end? Dalton Schultz. I think he'll be pretty damn good, and maybe even that son of a bitch, Noah Brown. Yeah,
that motherfucking
Noah Brown. I think he'll be pretty damn good too. So I think all of the other receivers on the Texans are going to benefit from this, mainly Nico Collins. But I think their offense will lose a little bit of a step. But I mean, with CJ Stroud being that much of a dog, I don't think it'll be a major step.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really many people you're going to start over Nico Collins this week. I mean, you have to plug it in to see what happens. We've seen his high ceiling before. I don't see why with this opportunity he wouldn't have that same ceiling. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what he does.
What about that tier of guys that we covered last week, right? The Michael Pittmans, the Brandon Ayuk's, the Mike Evans. Are we starting Nico Collins over these guys?
He's right in there. I don't know off the top of my head where exactly he would be in there, but he's dependent on matchups.
Yeah, it's going to come down to matchups for sure.
But he's definitely in that range. He's I mean, he just dropped 200 yards, bro. Like, he's got the juice.
Beard, I want to hear your perspective on this. Let's get an outside perspective. Last week we did some rankings. Let's hear where would you rank Nico Collins, Brandon Ayuk, Mike Evans? Let's hear how you'd rank those three guys.
I'd probably go Ayuk number one. Might be a little bit biased on that pick, but I have him. I like him. Does well. Then I guess you got to go Mike Evans and then Nico. But
yeah, I that's actually exactly how I ranked them last week. I had Ayuk right on top of Evans. I think Ayuk provides a really safe floor, but he also has that high ceiling. So I'd have to agree with you on that one for sure. I think we have a consensus, though. Nico Collins is definitely, fringe wide receiver one option.
He's on the uptick for sure.
Yeah,
he's matchup proof. I mean, you're putting his ass in the lineup every week.
He's got Stingley Jr. if we want to bring that in practice.
Yeah. So the Texans defense did have 3 interceptions and 3 sacks last week. Stingley, LSU legend, had himself a day. I think another thing too, while we're talking about the Texans, I mean, their future is bright. I mean, they went Stingley, they went Stroud, they went Will Anderson, they went Tank Dell. They got some young studs, and the future is really bright over there on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they got a lot of good guys. I think that they still need to improve on the offensive line for sure. You'd like to see them get some put some first round draft capital into that offensive line, and then you also, I mean, part of it is what it is because maybe they had some struggles with the O-line, but they haven't really had a great running game all season. So you'd like to see if the opportunity was made available for them to draft a stud RB, put some draft capital in that O-line and see what they could really be.